Dear girlfriend, let me ask you, are you a introverted six-figure nine to fiver that would love to start a side hustle without the small talk? Well, this video is for you. I'm just curious, what would you do if for whatever reason your job disappeared tomorrow? Would you have a plan B? Well, let's talk about it, and we will immediately on the other side. Hey there, girlfriend. My name is Eva Faye, and I'm a mechanical engineer turned strategist that helps female introverted 9 to 5ers build profitable side hustle so they can be them while being themselves and still being well paid. And today I wanted to talk to you about really job security because I don't know, just the thing that happened with Spirit just really resonated with me, that people that were doing really good things in their jobs, at their job, lost their job, and it was completely out of their control. So today I wanted to talk about job security and why it just seems to be a thing of the past. I know when I was growing up, the big thing was you went to school to get your degree. After you got your degree, you would work at a company for supposedly 30 plus years, get your gold watch, and then retire. But those days are definitely over. Job security just seems like it's just a thing of the past. And it's really imperative for you to make sure that you're not just relying on one source of income. And that's why I think it's just so imperative for us to make sure that we have some kind of side hustle, something that we can do in the interim if for whatever reason our job goes away. And that would allow us to be able to, first and foremost, have some income coming in. And then secondly, not have to make haste decisions on what our next move would be. Why, you might ask? Because you're making six figures, girlfriend, and this is not a job that is just readily available at all times. Of course, you would use your network and talk to other folks that you know in your family and inner circle. But at the end of the day, you still want to have the ability not to make a haste decision because you got bills to pay. I mean, that's real, right? So why not consider doing some kind of side hustle? And if this actually resonates with you, I would love for you to type in the chat side hustle. Because I'm just kind of sharing this information with you to see if this would be something that you would actually consider. Because if something like this does happen, similar to what just happened with Spirit Airlines, you want to be able to be clear on what your next move would be. So we've talked about how job security is somewhat of a myth. Now let's talk about scalability in your current job. Now, typically, when I was working a full-time job, making six figures, I remember that typically you got the cost of living raise. That was pretty much what you got, if you got that. And that was if the company was still thriving like it once was when you started. So you got the cost of living raise. And then if you wanted anything above and beyond that, it would probably require promotion. And we all know what promotion is. Promotion means definitely more time away. It would also mean more stress, and then it would be more responsibility as a result of that. So it makes you think about, well, you want more money, but do you really want all the other things that come with that more money? That is really a question for you to answer yourself. But still, at the end of the day, you still have your family responsibilities. You still have that time you want to spend with your partner, and even just, self-care time for you. And as an introvert, we know you need your quiet time alone. So is that really the route that you would want to take when it comes to the scalability of your job? So when you think about all of that, are you willing to invest in more time? Because essentially that's what it would take for you to get an increase in your position outside of the cost of living raise. So if that resonates with you, type in the comments more time. Now, the next thing I wanted to share with you is why a side business is essential and really could change everything. Now, You may be thinking, well, girl, I already have a demanding 9 to 5 job and I am making the 6 figures. But do you really have control over your income like we had just talked about? Do you have that control that you would want? Do you have the ability to increase your income doing something that you really love doing? That's a question for you to ponder as well. And then, is it yours at the end of the day? The folks that were at Spirit Airlines, they had no control over what happened to the company. And those folks are now looking for jobs to support themselves and their families. And I'm just wondering if some of them had side hustles. If they did, they could take that on more of on a full-time basis and be able to support and fill in some of the gaps while they're looking for another job. But for those of them that don't, they don't have that luxury. They're really on the hunt to find something new and find it quickly so they can continue to maintain their lifestyle and support their family. So it really comes down to, do you want to have the flexibility to have that ownership in something that you build yourself? And granted, I know a side hustle is not for everybody, but for those of you that it is for, that you have been considering this is just something for you to think about. Because I know, as a person that did a side hustle while working a 6-figure job, some of you may feel guilty that you've been blessed with this 6-figure job and on paper you're winning, but you want to do something else. It may be a hobby or a passion that you have that you would really love to pursue that will give you that joy and that sense of accomplishments outside of your job, and then also bring in some extra income. That is who I'm talking to right now. Though that type of person that would want to do that. And if that is you, girlfriend, I want you to type in the comments passion. You would love to do something that was centered around your passion. Well, I have a webinar that is specifically for you, and it's centered around all about how to build a profitable side hustle without the small talk, because I know as introverts, we don't like the small talk, and even if you're an introvert. So you can still have your quiet confidence and still be well paid. Well, I'm going to be doing this webinar on Thursday. And during this webinar, I'm going to talk to you about, first and foremost, how to attract the right people to your business. Because first and foremost, we already know that you're working a full-time job and your time is limited. So really honing in to the people that really want what you have is imperative for your success. Secondly, we're going to talk about your offer. What kind of offer can you provide that really allows you to serve the people that you want to serve? And last but definitely not least, we're going to talk about how to get your message out to the folks that really want what you have, that you can really take them to their desired promised land with your passion or the skills that you already use at your job, but just be doing it in a way that you can own it and then really have control over how it grows and how it expands. Well, I want you to scan this QR code to join this webinar. It's a 90-minute webinar. It's during lunch, and it really will allow you to hone in to exactly what you would love to do, whether it be a passion, the skills you're already using for your job, or a hobby that you want to monetize. Hey, I understand, girl. You got it going on. You've been blessed with that awesome job, and I just want to give you kudos for that. But don't feel like that is the only way that you can make money. You can do this. I've done it. I've been able to do 2 profitable side hustles. One, I was able to actually do up to 100K in 1 year. So you can do it too. And I love to share the systems and the processes that I have been able to create as a result of doing it before, to lessen your learning curve, to allow this to go a whole lot smoother for you than it did for me. So again, scan that QR code, come to the webinar so I can share these techniques with you so you can start your side hustle or continue to build and thrive in the one that you already have. Okay. As always, thanks for watching, and I look forward to seeing you on Thursday. Bye for now.